connect bano bemanya bakira mu byokugula n'okutunda ettaka n'amayumba bo besigwa be batakusiba kiwani Connect Properties be bakuyunga ku makaga golubererako ne kolene ekibanja mpola kati beeyune munywanyi
tusange ku office zaffe ku Kampala Road ku Mabirizi Complex ku mwaliro gw'omusanvu ne Nansana ku Mastowa ku kizimbe okuli Opportunity Bank ku mwaliro gw'okubiri oba tukubire ku ssimu naawe osobola okufuuka landlord n'ekyapa kyo mu ngalo.
Connect Properties.
Yes, our beautiful viewers, all our Connect channels, we are always grateful and blessed to have you. Thank you for watching, and we encourage you that may you continue subscribing and sending that link to your brother, to your sister. You never know. This knowledge is free. They say knowledge is power. Once again, here at Home Connect channel, we bring Council Mayanja. Council, say something to our viewers. You're smart today.
Thank you. Our viewers, we are grateful for the support. We shall continue to serve you, and we are always so happy to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Council. So, Council, there's an issue that has been roaming around. Some of my clients have been coming around, and some of the clients we've been asking, they are interested into the condo kind of business. And their question is, and they want to know, how do you explain somebody who buys a condo and the land title on which the condos are seated on? So they want to understand, what is the mystery there? Does the condo land title, do they share it with the tenants or with the clients, or what happens to the land title, in short?
All right, thank you so much. I think this is the first time clients ask us about condominium titles. Actually, there are two things.
Okay.
There is what we call apartments,
yes,
and the condominium. They are two different things. They shouldn't be confused. Apartments, they still sit on the same land title as the normal other land title, and it's the title for the property. Whereas in the condominium type of arrangement, there is what we call a developer develop what we call a condominium plan. This condominium plan is approved by the relevant physical and building authorities. Remember the time when I talked about the building committee and the physical planning committee. Yeah. So your condominium plan has to be approved, and in this arrangement, the building is owned by different people, and each of the what we would call, I don't want to use a unit here, each unit has its own title. So what happens is that once a condominium plan is developed, then that plan, after approval, is taken to the Ministry of Lands for registration. So during registration, the ground title where the whole structure is seated, that parcel is closed. So that title is closed in a way that it is no longer a title for purposes of title, and then the building and its units title are made. So the registrar makes titles for each of the buildings. Now the title, and I mean for each of the units. So if it is one building with maybe 100 units, then you make 100 titles. Now the kind of ownership in condominium is what last time I referred to as common tenancy. In that this building is owned by so many people. Remember, I told you that we can have joint tenancy where the portion of each owner is not ascertained. But in condominium, the portion of each owner is ascertained. So therefore, in condominium titling units, each tenant, each unit owner is the landlord, is the owner of the whole thing. So that's what we call common tenancy or tenant in common. So they are tenants in common, but they own other. There are some public spaces or public utilities on the condominium plan. So the condominium plan has, for instance, a playground, staircase. Those ones, they don't have a specific owner. They are owned jointly. Like, for instance, a condominium plan can have a swimming pool, can have a playground. Those ones are not assigned to anybody. They are assigned to the plan. Now, what happens? You can ask, now, who is in charge of those amenities now that no one owns them? So the law provides for what we call a corporation. So condominium plan owners are treated, are required to form a corporation. A corporation is like a company. So they have like a company, which is not really not a company, but they have corporate entity, corporate personality, meaning they can sue, they can be sued. So they have like a company managing the affairs of the condominium plan. So that company is on responsible to manage the common areas. Yes. So that's how, briefly, that's how a condominium is managed. So as far as the question is asked whether the condominium title has the same legal effect as any other title, the answer is yes, because the title is also made according to the RTA, Registration of Titles Act. So the power in the title of the condominium unit is the same power as the same title in a normal bungalow. So you can't say this title has more power than, so they are all regulated by the same law, and they have, and in both we say title is conclusive evidence of ownership. So an owner of a unit, a title for a unit is, and has a title, is a that serves as a conclusive evidence that is the landlord of that place. So in all cases, both are landlords with legal title. The only difference is that in condominium units or in a condominium plan, there are areas which you don't own, much as you own a unit, but there are areas that you cannot own alone. For instance, the staircase, like I said, the field and the compound and everything. Those ones are owned jointly, and you are not supposed to tamper with them. So who manages all those amenities in face, like we said, no one owns them, is a company or a corporation that is formed by the owners. So when a condominium plan is developed, the unit owners are supposed to form that corporation when it is occupied 50%. For instance, if a condominium plan has 40 units, the moment 20 units are sold, the law requires that you form a corporation to manage it, and the landlord and the developer withdraws from the management. Now, before it is sold, the developer is responsible for managing the affairs. Yes.
All the titles.
Yes. Now, after units have been sold, like 50 units, then you hand over the management and everything to the corporation. Or after 100, it's actually, the law requires that once the building, once you sell 50% of the units, within 90 days, you must come up with a corporation. And once you sell the first unit, within 180 days, you must form a corporation. So why do we have a corporation? Is to be able to manage the affairs of the condominium unit, especially those affairs that relate to public, to the public places in the condominium unit.
Now, Council, just in few words, I don't want to go to details, just in few words. just in case this condominium calamity has happened and this building collapses, now that we've talked about the land titles and all that, just with in just few words, what happens to the tenants? Do you come back and rebuild for them, or terms and conditions applied?
If there is any condominium unit can be amended, just like you will do subdivision to the other land. So condominium unit can also be amended. So like I said, there is a corporation. That corporation will still look at the event, what has happened, and then they will, because it is like a company managing the affairs of that condominium plan. So in any event, it is that company that is responsible. They can decide to review, they can decide according to their articles. They can even make bylaws governing their condominium unit. Yeah, I mean much. Condominium plan, because the unit is that single title, condominium title, but a plan is the entire structure. It can be one condominium plan can have maybe 10 buildings, maybe 5, maybe 1 or something.
Thank you so much, Council. Yes, dear viewers, we told you Home Connect, we are here and we are real estate developers. We are realtors. You who is there, you have been wondering, you people told us to sell land, you sell this. No. We told you we are all.
Did you tell them we also saw condominium?
We do. That's why I'm introducing this corporate business to the corporate world. You recently traveled abroad, so the people in the different countries, in America, in the US, and those who come in this country, the Chinese, who can hear the English, maybe you can help us tell the Chinese that we still can do business for you. You are looking for a place, you're looking for a house. You say, no, I don't want to buy a house. I don't want to get into all that story. Home Connect Properties, we are here for you. We do have condominiums. We have those which are already finished along Jinda Bukoto. So if you're there and you're looking for a place, please come to Home Connect Properties. We will sort you in everything. You're most welcome. We love you so much. Thank you for watching. God bless you.